Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I am more than this flesh and what comes with it. I am life, love, balance, and nature. So like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to share. And thanks for watching. Okay, so I want to talk about the TMI things that I guess I shouldn't say, but it's necessary, okay? And I'm saying it's necessary because I'm 27 years old and there's some things that I didn't know until I was in my 20s, Thank goodness I learned about, myself early on. There's some people that's in their 30s, 40s, and it's just like, what's going on? But anyway, I want to talk about first the vagina, okay? Um in the beginning, I want to say different periods of time, my scent was different depending on what I ate, depending on what I was drinking, what I was putting inside my body or even on my body, how sexually active I was, depending on my partner, honestly, because it makes a difference. They will interrupt something for real. Depending on the soap, all of that, if you put soap down there. Some women don't though. What else? Things changed once I started having my period, honestly. Different times things change. So before I started my period, it was nothing, just a normal little kid smell. Just really nothing, really, right? Then I had my period. I was like 11 or 10. And I remember my aunt, her girlfriend, had took one of my pads and put it in a aluminum foil, right? And she said, it shouldn't smell like this. And I'm just like, well, how does it supposed to smell? She couldn't tell me. She just said it couldn't smell like that. So I'm like, okay, what do I do? Nothing, And at that time I was just so embarrassed and I just didn't know what to do. But as I got older, I realized, I'm like, wait a minute, y'all controlled what I eat, So y'all controlled what I put on my body, with soap to use and all that, And later on, that's when the feminine wash came about, and no one properly told me anything. And my aunt, she's a stud, so she didn't really teach me anything. And I know probably some people thinking like, well, how come your mom didn't teach you anything? First of all, I wasn't raised by my mom. And even though my mom was around, I never bothered to ask for some reason. I just didn't. But anyway, so eventually the only time I would really smell so bad is when I was on my period for some reason. And then so time went on, and then I became sexually active. That changed me down there completely. Like, everything was just different. And because I was afraid of smelling like fish or any other thing before I was sexually active, I would take a shower. Not only would I take a shower for that reason, but I would take a shower because I just wanted to feel clean. I feel like you should be clean before being active. That's just how I feel. And more of that now, because I feel like it doesn't interrupt anything, like infections or things just feeling irritated, I don't want any interruptions afterwards or even during, you know what I mean? And as most people know, that a guy can knock off your pH, and that's why. And plus, when you want to do things, with other body parts, you want them to be clean. Just period. It's just respect. Teeth brush, because who want to be having somebody moaning in your face and got dragon breath? None of that. Nobody wants that. So anyway, um, that is why. And I never had any issues of someone saying, "Oh, you smell bad. I don't want to mess with you." Blah blah. I never had any issues like that, except for one. Except for one. And that one person was all it took for me to change. And I'm just like, well, I haven't had any complaints. If anything, I've always heard, dang, Krista's pretty clean, I've always heard that, not just by them, but them telling other people. So that is why I was confident in myself down there. But time went on, I started eating poorly. I wasn't drinking enough water. Like, I would drink like 8 ounces a day, 8 ounces a day. And that's nothing. And I realized that I was just awful, not just down there, but my breath was different. My armpits were different. Just my overall scent of where you can smell things were different. And, oh, excuse me. So one time I decided not to be sexually active for a whole year, right? Not because I wanted to. It was, things happened. So during that time, over time, I was like, okay, I want to study myself, right? So I did. And I stopped eating the way that I was eating. I wasn't eating any fast food. I was cooking my food. I was on a pescatarian lifestyle diet. And I was drinking smoothies. So when I would do that, and plus I did a bunch of research and stuff on our bodies and what to eat and how we are what we eat, basically. And I legit took that literally, and I realized that some of the things that we eat, we end up smelling like for real, especially garlic. Oh, first of all, let me tell y'all, the other day I was smelling my armpits because I just check it from time to time because of my journey that I'm on. And I smell like maple syrup. I said, maple syrup. I said, my armpit smells so sweet. I don't understand it. But anyway, so at the time I was drinking a gallon of water, sometimes more. I would have 2 to 3 smoothies a day. So I had nothing but raw fruits and vegetables. I no longer do smoothies anymore because I realized that I would put extra stuff in there, like yogurt, juice, milk, So now I would do just a salad with no dressing. But hold on, I can't say no dressing. My dressing is olive oil, lime juice, salt and pepper, call it a day. Or it's lime juice, avocado, salt and pepper, and that's it, Then I would eat a fruit just by itself, like a whole cantaloupe or a watermelon, just that I don't mix any fruits together anymore. But anyway, so when I did that, I noticed that everything was different. The way that my pee smelled, looked. It was even at one point where I'm like, dang, you could drink this. That's how clean I am, But I wasn't that clean though. Not in the way that I am now. So that just changed the game for me. And because I wasn't active with anybody, everything just felt right. And I feel like that was the best hygiene I ever had, like overall. And I felt good, like my headaches went away because I was drinking more water. I wasn't as dizzy, it just brought a lot of positivity for me. My moods were better, my skin was clear. I mean, everything was like A1. So anyway, after that time, I realized that, okay, I need to make a change. And then one day I heard somebody say, you don't ever, try yourself, taste yourself. And I'm just like, that's trifling. And it was like, well, what do guys say about you then? And I was like, you know what? If I am not willing to smell myself or see what I taste like, then why should I expect anybody else? You know what I'm saying? So I did one day. I can't even lie. I did. I had my toy and I was just looking at it. I'm just like, well, just looks like I just dipped it in water. I don't know. And I'm like, well, is this what it's supposed to look like? So I tasted it and I was just like, it don't taste like, it don't really taste like nothing. It just got a hint of saltiness, like just a hint. But it didn't really smell like anything. I don't know. I was like, well, if this what it's supposed to smell like and taste like, oh, I'm down, you know.
What do you say when I sneeze?
Girl, bless you. Get out. Anyway, so I was like, I'm confident. At this point, I want everybody in the block to know what I smell and taste like. You know what I'm saying? I'm just that confident. And so surprisingly, I didn't feel disgusted. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it was because it wasn't a negative experience. So I was just like, shoot, whatever, And so after that, after the year went by, I was finally active again, right? Tore me up. First of all, before I even did that, when I took that year off of not doing anything and really focusing on my body and my health and everything, right? My periods were actually regular. Oh, and speaking about periods, my periods were lighter. It didn't hurt as bad. And what else? It didn't smell like fish whenever I was on my period. It really just didn't have a strong smell of anything, really. I mean, it smelled like blood, but nothing like, dang, you foul, you know what I mean? So that was a plus too. So the moment that I was active, it tore me up. It tore me up. First of all, I thought I was pregnant because I missed my period. I'm just like, my periods have been so regular, like what's going on? And it was almost 2 months. Almost 2 months. And I said, this is weird. And then not only that, I wasn't feeling good. I'm like, I probably got an STD. Like for real, I was just thinking the worst. But everything checked out other than my pH balance was a little bit off, but it was not right. And that's when I realized that each person is different for you. And when you don't do anything for a long time, that makes a difference. And when that person diet isn't like yours, that makes a difference. So I was like, whoa, And then over time, the different people that I would mess with, I always knew something was different because, I mean, I don't have an active life, so I could pinpoint the difference with each person. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll have one partner like once a year type of thing. The max three people a year, at that time. Not now, but at that time. So I knew, you know what I mean? But anyway, so that was a TMI moment, but it is necessary. So I say all that to say, um, drink plenty of water. People think that you have to wash yourself so many times to smell better. I thought that, like, it got to the point where I would cut myself down there so many times because I would be so rough, because I'm like, I don't want to smell. I just be so conscious about it. Like, I need to make sure I'm clean down there. But honestly, you don't even need to do. When I say you don't need to do all that, you don't need to do all that. And drinking a gallon of water a day, at least. At least. And for real, fruits and vegetables. I don't care. First of all, you cannot be grown and say you don't eat fruits and vegetables. I mean, for real. It just doesn't make sense to me. And when it comes to washing, I know they say don't use soap, but hey, I do. Now, I don't go inside and wash myself with soap, and I don't always use a towel. I don't. What I do is I take my lips, spread it, take the towel or my finger, and have a little bit of soap and just wipe around there, because I haven't had it in years, and I'm assuming it's because the way that I changed the way that I eat. I used to have like a little bit of white stuff right there by the click area. I know there's another word for it, but I can't think of it right now. I used to have that like in my teen years. Um, so yeah, so that is what I do, and then I just let everything just drip down, the soap, the water, just let it drip down, and then just rinse, 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 rinse. Other than that, I really don't, and I'm confident to the point where I don't even wear panties anymore. That's how confident I am in myself down there. And you should be that confident. I'm just saying. And I don't wear panty liners unless I'm on my period, really. I pay attention to my body quite a bit now and what I eat. I know when I eat something, I keep to myself a little bit. Or I just drink plenty of water. I just drink water, 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 because I know I would smell like that. And mainly what I'm talking about is what is it called? Asparagus. Oh, first of all, to me, because I smell it when I pee, I automatically feel like it's on me, and I'm just like, I just don't want nobody around me because it smells like what? I think it smells like garlic and something else, but the stuff is terrible. When you eat asparagus, your pee is just, you know, it's that nasty. But I love asparagus. I mean, I can eat it all the time. But anyway, that is that. That's a. Okay, I just want to add something real quick. So, another thing to help with the vagina, I air out quite a bit whenever I take a shower. After I get done, I just simply have the fan on and just air out. Um, and I, for the most part, don't go to bed without. I don't go to bed with panties on. And if I do have something on, I have on some shorts, some loose shorts or something. That has made a difference as well. Plus I have some fat thighs, so it needs to air out. And I noticed that there's two different smells. You have the outer smell of you and then the inside. And I know some people may be like, what? But no, it truly is. You really got to pay attention. But anyway, Also, another thing, when I use the bathroom, I wipe myself with tissue and then I use a wet wipe. So, to me, I feel like when you just use tissue, you're just drying up pee and it's on you. You're going to smell like pee. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like to clean it up, you just use a wet wipe. But I was watching this video one time, and this Asian chick, I believe she was Asian, I don't know. She said that her people, what they use is they take a spray bottle and have water in it, and they spray themselves after they get done using the bathroom and then wipe. And I'm like, yo, I like that idea, but I don't do that. I just take the wipe and just call it a day. That helps, and it definitely makes a difference, and I feel it's necessary. And I do the same thing for my daughter, and I tell her, you don't need panties all the time, even though her dad feels different. But I mean, I feel like I'm just getting her prepared for when she does start her period, and just getting her prepared, you know? I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. But that's it. TMI moment. But anyway, another TMI moment. So I went a month and a half without wearing deodorant, right? It was foul the last week. I had to wash my armpits like 3 or 4 times a day. Excuse me. It was just so bad. And once I did that, I took some herb tea, which is called blood purifier, is what I did. And it just basically detox all the stuff, all my blood, my skin, and all that. And it causes me to sweat. I was sweating like crazy, and it's so hard for me to sweat, but I did it. And the main reason why I stopped using deodorant is because, for one, I know it causes cancer. Like it's a big breast cancer red flag, right? And plus, I realized that we just don't need deodorant, like for real. And so I'm like, what can I do? So I went a while with stinking a little bit, but not really, because like I said, I was washing my armpits 3 to 4 times a day, so I really wasn't bad. And like I said, it's hard for me to sweat, but when I was sweating, I was scrubbing. Okay? And bless you. And I end up doing the lime deodorant. But when I was taking the tea, it was just detoxing everything. I mean, when I say my armpits was smelling like chemicals, it was smelling like chemicals. I said, this is not right. Is this what my body is smelling like on the inside? Is this what we've been, we put on so much and we put in so much, not realizing that it's legit chemicals. And I'm like, yo, this looked like my armpits was cooked up in a lab somewhere. Like, this is no over exaggeration, okay? And I was like, but you know what? The tea is working. And now it got to the point where my armpits don't really smell like anything. I can go 2-3 days without putting on my lime deodorant, and I can go a day or two without. So anyway, so now I can go a day or two without washing my armpits, and I'm telling you, I won't smell like anything. And like I said the other day, my armpits smell like what was it? Maple syrup. I said maple syrup. It blew me. But it just doesn't really smell like anything. And now I don't feel the need to put on deodorant. But I still take the tea here and there, and I wash my armpits at least every other day, because I might go a day without, washing up. But I try my best to take a shower every night before bed, because I got to wash the day away. But I might skip 1 or 2 days. Like on Sunday, I'm not about to take a shower. I'm in bed all day. But anyway, So that's another TMI moment, but it's worth it. I had to try it on myself to be able to, be a witness to the things that I'm, new smells and better smells and no smells and whatever, And so that's that. And then now my breath. I don't brush my teeth with toothpaste. Once in a while I do if I'm out of stuff, but I just came across something much easier and I don't have to worry about constantly going to the store buying some lemons. When I would use toothpaste, I noticed that my breath wouldn't last, like a good smell wouldn't last long. And after a while in my life, like my mouth will feel nasty and I need to put like some tissue or paper towel and just wipe off my tongue. Even though my breath wouldn't smell bad, but things just felt nasty to me. So that happened for a while. And then what else did I notice when I had toothpaste? Oh, I feel like I had to keep brushing my teeth quite a bit just to get just to feel clean in the inside. And then I don't like the fact that it burns, and then you got little ones and they don't want to use that, and I definitely am not with the little kid toothpaste. Like, what is that? Okay, what is that? And when you use baking soda, coconut oil, lemon juice, and peppermint, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Kids don't really have a problem with that. It doesn't burn them, but they don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care for it either. So I just came across the oil pool or something like that. And it's just coconut oil. Yeah, just coconut oil. But I put peppermint in it. I take some coconut oil, some organic raw coconut oil, stir it so it can get soft a little bit and melt a little bit. Then I put like 6 to 8 drops of peppermint or spearmint, and that's how I brush my teeth. And honestly, try it, okay? Just try it. First of all, your taste, I don't know. I don't know if I'm explaining this right. But the taste in your mouth is going to be different, like after you brush your teeth. I feel like it also lasts longer. If you go a whole day without brushing your teeth, right? And you lick your teeth, right? And you feel it. And then you brush your teeth with that and then feel it again, you're going to be like, okay, I know what you're talking about. It's a difference. You're actually, you getting all that out, And I like the fact that it doesn't leave a mess on my clothes. I like the fact it doesn't leave a mess in the sink. I like the fact that it gets all the yuck out. It also whitens your teeth, and it helps heal your gums. So I give it a thumbs up, and my daughter, she has no problem with it at all. So that is something that I do. I don't know if that's the TMI, but people be like, you don't brush your teeth with toothpaste? No, I don't. And honestly, it doesn't make you have stinky breath. What else is another TMI that's necessary to say? I think that's it. But I hope you guys enjoy this video and drink plenty of water, eat your fruits and vegetables, be gentle with yourself. And honestly, there's so much that we don't know that we can actually substitute a lot of things, and it's a healthier choice for us and a better one at that, And I like to share and I like to try things on myself, because growing up I wasn't taught a lot of stuff, like how to take care of my hair, even though my hair looked like crappy, which I don't care how I look in these videos. But dealing with my natural hair, I was told in order to manage it, you have to get a perm. That's pretty. No, I know how to manage the natural hair, and my hair is wonderful. And I wasn't taught how to properly take care of myself hygiene wise. I was always told that's not it or that's it, but never explain why or how to go about it. You know what I'm saying? And everything that I'm doing is to teach my daughter. I have a girl. I can't have her growing up wilding. I can't have her growing up not knowing. So if I have to do it on myself and figure out things myself, then so be it. And hey, And then if you think about it, what did people do before they came out with this? They came out with that. They had to have done something, you know what I'm saying? That's how I think, That's how I think. And I'm trying to help myself, help my daughter, my future children, and anybody else around me. So you can say I talk too much. You can say I'm telling my business, but it is necessary. Conversations need to be said. We need to have, because I'd rather for me to talk about it than to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. But anyway,